All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live with our end of day post wave report for Monday, July the 24th, 2023, with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live at postwavetrading.com, home of the world famous postwave price trigger reports. All right, so hopefully everyone had a great and marvelous weekend. This is FOMC week, so we'll find out what's going on with the Fed on Wednesday. And until then, it could be quiet, or then again, maybe not. So let's jump into it. So, looking here at Apple today, and you'll see that the market is just kind of quiet today. As you can see, we didn't do anything. It's a narrow range inside day. And we have that bearish trend momentum reading thing going on now. So we had the crash alert. The market gave some initial downside production. We're just waiting for the continuation of that at this point. So you're still in a bull market. You still have that going for you, but it looks like you've temporarily topped out at the after hitting the 52-week high. And you still have upward rampage coming, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But we'll be watching to see if the market wants to continue to rally from here or if it wants to do a little something else. It could continue. The trend could reclaim the price action at any moment. We know that when you're in a trending market, whether it be a bear market or a bull market. And right now, the market seems to have taken a breather up here. All right. So we'll see what comes of this. We're waiting to get confirmation from the price action to see which way the market wants to go. But we did have that initial crash alert. So I am anticipating that the market will continue to move lower from here. Next up is your XRP Ripple. So we had the crash alert and we got the downside production. And we expect this market will continue to pull back. 50 cent is the initial downside target on this one. And then after that, we'll see if the market will decide on the trend. But you got a bearish trend momentum reading here. So you're already in the sell, the rally mode in XRP. Next up is Litecoin. And Litecoin still has the bearish trend momentum reading, so you're still in the sell the rally mode. Market did move lower today, giving you more downside production, and I don't think it's over with yet. If this current level here, we'll call this, we'll call it $84. If the $84 support does not hold, then the market goes into free fall back down to 70. So keep an eye open on that. Next up is Link or Chain Link. And this market has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Top of the Kumo cloud here is the initial downside target on this move. And this target is $5.85. Secondary support is the bottom of the Kumo cloud at $5.85. All right, so $5.85. And the first one is $6.90. So $6.90 on the top, $5.85 on the bottom. That's your first and second initial targets on that bearish trend momentum reading. All right, so wheat now has gone into a interesting thing here. We have a neutralized market after today's big rally, but definitely chop around in here. Because you had the initial crash alert, you didn't get any downside production today. Instead, the market wanted to reverse and rally and test the upward resistance. So where do we go from here? That's a very good question. Do we have a bear market rally? Do we have a double top and then a drop? Who knows? But it's on neutralized right now, so we're going to have to wait for it to come off neutralized to get an idea on what the market may or may not want to do. Next up is soybeans. Soybeans has the bullish trend momentum reading. You're above the Kumo cloud. So this bear market rally wants to try to make a name for itself and get some legs underneath of it. If it can continue in this way, then it should be able to get some pretty significant upward mobility here. I'm thinking that the market wants to go to let's see, at least a $15 a bushel. So we'll call it 15.50. How about that? So 15.50 and $16 is your upside initial targets for soybeans bear market rally. As far as corn is concerned, corn is still below the Kumo cloud, still in a bear market. But you got a bullish trend momentum reading. I think this market wants to give the $6 a bushel a run at this point, and then from there, the 650 handle. So that's what you're doing if it can get above the Kumo cloud on this bear market rally. Silver is next. All right, so silver here. We had a crash alert coming into today, and we did get that initial downside production. Now the market's gunning for the 2381 handle. All right, if it drops below the Kumo cloud, we should get a free fall back down to 22, and we do have a bearish trend momentum reading, so we expect lower prices in the silver. Next up is nat gas. Nat gas is neutralized, so nothing to see here. It's in a locked-in bear market, though. Next up is the Dow. Interesting Dow. So the Dow today decided to defy the market and rally and hit a new 52-week high. So the Dow is being very defiant. It wants to continue to move higher. You're in a powerful bull market right now, which cannot be denied. You are in a bull market in the Dow, and it wants to run from here. Next up is the NASDAQ 100. A little bit different in your NASDAQ. We had the initial crash alert, got the downside production. And this one looks to be heading lower. And this is the top of the Kumo cloud here at the 14,630 level. So a lot of downside to come for your NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is starting to decouple from the Dow. Very interesting turn of events here. Next up is gold. Gold is starting to move lower. We're into officially a free fall status now in gold. And that means that any and everything goes. Your support is so low that you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But I'll put it out there for you. I won't keep you in limbo. We got the possibility of a $300+ drop potential that you're looking at in gold with this bearish trend momentum reading, and you're in a free fall status at this time. So look out below in gold. Next up is the S&P 500. Like the NASDAQ, we are with a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market took a break today, but we have selling pressure top of the Kumo cloud at the 4,300 level is coming. This has the potential to get kind of nasty for the NASDAQ and the S&P. Looking at crude oil rallied today of a bullish trend momentum reading, hit a new weekly high, and it's wide open to run. It looks like it wants to get back up to around the $85 mark. So oil has finally woken up and chosen to run here, trying to build a bear market rally, defying the bearish pointer from May the 4th. Total defiance of the bearish pointer, which means no matter how high it goes, it's coming back down here, folks. So enjoy the upward ride while you can, but it's not going to last. All right, next up is the euro. So the euro has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Top of the Kumo cloud back to the 108 handle is the initial downside target for your euro. All right, British pound, the pound sterling, bearish trend momentum reading. It's getting close to its target. 125.89 is the downside target on your pound sterling. All right, the Aussie, bearish trend momentum reading, heading down now. It's already pretty much getting close to that downside target of 66.85 and then 6600. And then from there, it's wide open to drop to 6,400. So look out below on your Aussie. Looking at the Russell, bearish trend momentum reading here, and the downside initial target here is the 1850 level on your Russell. Next up is copper. Copper is neutralized, so nothing to see here in this locked-in bear market. Next up is Ethereum. Ethereum is heading lower for bearish trend momentum reading. Downside target of 1774 is now in play. Next up is Bitcoin. Bearish trend momentum reading. First downside target is going to be around the 27,000 level. All right. And then secondary would be the 26,000 handle. All right. And that's your Bitcoin. Next up is the financial ETF, the XLF, bullish trend momentum reading, and it's wide open, looking to run. Next up is your home builders. We have a crash alert coming into today. $73.53 is the initial downside target on that correction. The US dollar index tradable UUP ETF bullish trend momentum reading. It's already at the initial target. Secondary target is going to be the 28.26 handle. And if it can get above that, then it's wide open to run with pretty much no resistance. It's just wide open. Could be, we have the potential of a powerful bear market rally coming in your US dollar if it can get above the Kumo cloud. The nat gas is a bullish trend momentum reading in a locked-in bear market, but it hasn't been able to get off the ground, and the futures is neutralized, so nothing to see here. Tesla. So Tesla has a crash alert coming into today, and you didn't really get any downside production, but you got a rally instead. The market's trying to defy. And it gave us a bullish trend momentum reading for tomorrow's trading, folks. All right, so just a sudden reversal. The downside only lasted 2 days. 2 days. We'll call it 3 days. And that was it. Then the market was ready to reverse. So we'll see if we get some follow through tomorrow. But now the market, Tesla wants to rally, but it isn't a corrective stance. So maybe today's rally sets up tomorrow's drop or leg lower. So FYI, if you're trading Tesla, follow the reports. I would stick to the reports and not try to second guess or outthink it. Bond market, ticker TLT, bearish trend momentum reading, locked in bear market. You're below the Kumo cloud. There's nothing else to talk about but lower prices, higher yields. Interest rates are going nowhere but up. S&P 500 ETF, the SPY, same scenario as the S&P 500 futures. You got a bearish trend momentum reading. We think the market's coming down here to the $430 level. So look out on the S&P. Silver, we talked about silver. We got a crash alert here, as you can see, for SLV, and I think the market is going to head lower. Once it falls below this target here of $21.66, that'll be a wrap for SLV, and it'll be in a free fall status. Next up is the QQQ, just like the NASDAQ 100 futures. Same scenario. This one I see dropping to at least the $353 handle on this correction. We talked about oil. This is the crude oil futures ETF OIH. Hit a new 52-week high, and this one is ready to run. So looking wide open here in oil. NVIDIA, just like the NASDAQ 100, it has a bearish trend momentum reading. It's in a corrective state. I see NVIDIA going back down to 379. Next up is Microsoft. Microsoft, too, is in a corrective. Well, it's not a corrective state yet. It's in a pullback state. Your support here is at the Kumo cloud at 333.81. That's your initial downside target on the pullback. We'll see if the market can get any more legs behind it, or is it going to try to defy and lock back in? Will the trend reclaim the bull market? We'll have to watch, wait and see. Next up is Meta. It's in a corrective status. Downside initial target is 260.69 on Meta. Next up is the commercial real estate ETF IYR bullish trend momentum reading. And this one's wide open here. We had that positive bot check back a few bars back, and now the market's starting to lift off. So we knew the rally was coming, and there it is. Looking at the Russell, the ETF IWM, we got a bearish trend momentum reading. The pullback downside initial target is around the 182 handle. So we'll see what happens with that one. Next up is Google. Google is already been in a corrective state after topping out. And it looks like this market is now consolidating inside the Kumo cloud. The secondary downside target is 115. As long as the price action can stay above 115, you're fine. But if it drops below the Kumo cloud and the 115 support doesn't hold, then you are crashing and burning, and it's a long way down. Your next support isn't until between $85 and $90 a share. Next up is the gold ETF, GLD, bearish trend momentum reading, looking just like the gold futures. And this one's just a tick away from being in a full-blown corrective free fall status. I think you'll get that as the futures falls in the overnight market. The gold miners, the GDXJ, has a crash alert for tomorrow's trading, and it's already in a free fall status with a bearish trend momentum reading. And this one we're expecting to head much lower. The Dow ETF, the DIA, just like the futures counterpart, hitting new 52-week highs and is wide open to run. Next up is Amazon, bearish trend momentum reading, crash alert for tomorrow's trading. Initial downside target is the 121 area. All right, so that is almost 40 charts again. All right, so you had some requests. I see you. Let's see what I can pull up for you. You want to see MXC, that's the pharmaceutical joint down in the ASX. I got you covered for all my Aussies. All right, let's get this open for you. All right, so this one is definitely been in a downtrend channel heading lower. And as you can see here, you're in a bear market. It's a locked-in bear market right now. It's just heading lower. It's just not done yet. So with this one, you're going to have to wait until you get that buy signal. So here's what you're going to want to look for on the dashboard at pulsewavetrading.com. When you go to your ASX securities, you're going to want to keep an eye on two things. Keep an eye on the intraday price inflection points, because once you get the bullish trend momentum reading, then you're going to start waiting for the price confirmation. The second thing you're going to look at is the daily intraday price inflection, the daily price inflection points, because when those pop up, it's letting you know that the market has moved officially into a bullish position. So your daily price inflection points confirm your intraday price inflection points. It's always going to work that way. All right. So the intraday is independent of the daily a lot of times, but the daily definitely confirms the intraday price inflection points. Okay. So just FYI, I will wait until you get the official buy signal and then let the market do what it's going to do. You can see it tried a few times. You got the bullish trend momentum reading when it wanted to try a bear market rally, and it never got it. It never got it. It couldn't do it. It just could not do it. and it comes up, then it falls right back down again. So I would wait until this thing officially turns. What that means is you're gonna want to wait until you get an intraday price. Not I keep saying intraday, a daily price inflection point reading on your report. All right. Once you see that, then you know you've moved into a bullish position, and it is safe to start buying using the daily price inflection points on the report to enter the market. But I would not buy until you get that, if that makes any sense for you. Okay. So I would just be patient, let this bear market, play out, ride out. It's not done yet. And once it is, the system will alert you when the market has officially turned and is ready to do something. All right, so that's that one. All right, next up you got here is S32. Yep, I remember that one. All right, these are all on the ASX for those watching. My man Loco is in the land down under. All right, so all my Aussie land folks, on this one, S32, this one's neutralized, but as you can see here, it's been moving lower. All right, so you're neutralized. So you would want to do nothing on this one. Okay, if you're looking for a buying opportunity, though, just like with the other one, I would wait until you get the confirmation from the daily price inflection points. If there's nothing populated under the daily section, that means this one is not ready to buy yet. All right, and you want to use the data from the reports. Even on the intraday price inflection points, it tells you, what to do, what condition you're waiting for to buy the market. And I would stick to that. And then that way, you're not premature and you're not getting filled in here and then while the market's moving against you. So it's a game of patience you're going to have on this one. All right. But it's a locked in bear market, but it's neutralized now. So you're not doing anything. All right. All right. And let's see. Your next one is SVL. All right. I remember that one too. All right. SVL. All right. This is Silver Mines on the ASX. All right. This one has a, this price action is a little bit different. So you have you're going in and out. You got a bull market overall, bullish positioning conditions, but you got a bearish trend momentum reading and you're below the Kumo cloud. So this one is already, under a lot of selling pressure. So again, you're in the sell the rally mode. So you're not looking to buy this one either right now. You want to wait until the system tells you what's what. All right. So that's it, my man. Hopefully everyone has had a great weekend and now you're ready to get back into action. It's FOMC week, which means we get the Fed information on Wednesday. So be patient. Don't try to jump the gun. Let the market come to you because the system works. If you work the system, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button. And I'm out. Peace.